If an aircraft is loaded so that the aft CG limit is exceeded, what undesirable flight characteristic is likely to result? The aircraft will be tail-heavy and may be unable to recover from a stall or spin. If all the records for an aircraft are missing, how would you determine the empty weight and empty weight CG? The aircraft would have to be weighed, and new weight and balance records would have to be prepared. Define tare weight and describe how it's handled when weighing an aircraft. Tare weight is the weight of anything on the scales that is not part of the aircraft. It must be subtracted from the scale weight reading to determine the net weight of the airplane. If a piece of equipment, such as a radio, is added to an aircraft, how can you determine the effect on weight and balance without reweighing the aircraft? If the weight and balance records are up to date, a new weight and CG location can be determined by computation. Why is control of the weight and balance of an aircraft important? To provide maximum safety. What is the datum of an aircraft and what is its function? The datum is an imaginary vertical plane at right angles to the longitudinal axis of the airplane. It's the reference point from which all horizontal measurements are taken. How do you determine the moment of an item of equipment? The weight of the item is multiplied by its arm, which is the distance between the item and the datum. What are two ways of determining the arm of an item of equipment? Measure the distance between the item and the datum or use data supplied by the manufacturer. What should be done to obtain a positive plus moment aft of the datum? Add weight. What should be done to obtain a negative minus moment aft of the datum? Remove weight. What should be done to obtain a positive plus moment forward of the datum? Remove weight. What should be done to obtain a negative minus moment forward of the datum? Add weight. How does the category of an aircraft affect its loaded weight? Aircraft certificated in more than one category, such as normal and aerobatic, may have two different maximum gross weights and different useful loads. As you prepare an aircraft for weighing, you determine that there is an equipment aboard that is not permanently installed and recorded on the equipment list. What should you do with this equipment? All equipment not permanently installed in the aircraft or included on the equipment list should be removed from the aircraft. Define the term residual fuel. Any fuel that remains in the tanks, lines, and engines after the system has been drained. Define the term residual oil. Any oil that remains in the tanks, lines, engines after the system has been drained. How should you account for fuel when weighing an aircraft to determine weight and balance? Either drain the fuel system until only unusable fuel remains, or fill the tanks full and subtract out the weight of unusable fuel. Where are leveling instructions found, and describe one method of leveling an aircraft? Leveling instructions are found in the type certificate data sheets. An aircraft may be leveled by using a spirit level at specified points, or an aircraft may be leveled by using a plumb bob from a designated point along a leveling scale or protractor. Define the term mean aerodynamic chord, or MAC. The chord drawn through the center of the wingspan area. Describe the two most common ways of showing the CG location and/or CG range. In inches from the datum, or in percent of MAC. What is the purpose of an aircraft loading graph? It's a method for determining how to distribute the load so as to keep the CG within allowable limits. What is a ballast, and why would you use it in an airplane? Ballast is weight added to an airplane to bring its CG into the allowable or desired range. Installation of several new radios in the nose of the aircraft causes the forward CG limit to be exceeded. How can you correct this problem without removing the new equipment? Ballast may be installed in the tail to move the CG aft. How does the CG range of a helicopter compare to that of a fixed-wing airplane? Helicopters typically have a much smaller CG range.